Hi everyone, this is Bethany, Be a Crafty Girl, and I wanted to share with you a project that I've been working on this week, and I totally scrap lifted this idea from Bona. Bona recently this week posted a video about a calendar that she had made, a wall calendar, using one of her pocket dies, and I thought it was totally awesome and had to make one myself to give as a gift. And I started that day. Like, as soon as I watched that video, like, I went to the store and was trying to get some supplies. But absolutely loved her idea. And so Bona, thank you so much for posting that video of the calendar that you made, and I know I super appreciate it because I would have never thought of doing it myself. So thank you. I love it. And so I'll show the one that I made. Mine's different than hers because I didn't have the same pocket die that she had. She used the flower envelope die, I think, and that's retired and not available except for on eBay or something, and I wanted to make one now. So I used something different because I didn't have the pocket die. I couldn't make it exactly the same, but I did have this new set from Quick Cuts, which is now Lifestyle Crafts, and it's called the Winter Wishes set. This is brand new this year, and it comes with an alphabet and then also the pocket dies with the inserts, and I use this one right here to do my pockets and also the inserts, and it's really cool. They are cookie cutter dies, so you have to make sure you have your platform and everything. So I'll go right in. So this is what the pocket looks like, and some of the pockets I did sideways. And I put my pockets all the way around because some of them were sideways and some of them were up and down, they wouldn't align right along the side with the calendar part over here. So that's why I put them around the side and then put the frame and everything in the middle. I did use the Graphic 45 paper collection, the new one, the Once Upon a Springtime, which is beautiful, just like all of Graphic 45 stuff is. And then there was the pocket. So the pocket dies also come with insert dies that fit perfectly inside. So this is what the insert looks like. It's just a rectangle, and I did distress along the outside on all of them, and then used a calendar. I did decide to glue the calendar on because my frame was big. The calendar looked awfully small by itself. So I did glue the calendar to the tag and then put the tag on Velcro to Velcro it into the frame. And I feel like it can still be reused. Just print a new calendar off for the next year and glue it on top of this one. So I think it's good, and I feel like this looks a lot better inside this frame than just the calendar piece. So that's why I did that. And then for the top part, because I thought maybe my pockets were too tall to put a tab in, but then I realized later that the tab really helped get the month out. So I did punch out these little tabs to use, and this was also a Quick Cuts die. It's another one of the cookie cutters. I got this in the Santa's Workshop set that has the dies in it to do the mini albums too. So that was one of those dies. And then while I'm talking about that, also from that same set, I used this little top note shape to do the year up here, 2011. And so that's the tab. And then I also stamped the month on each tab with this Maya Red stamp set that I've had for forever and 3 years. I've never used, because I love making calendars. And it's really cool because it comes with these little circles. And what you're really supposed to do is take the circles and then stamp the month and then the day and the date inside the circle, which is really cute too. So they're curved and they're really cute. It comes with 2 sizes and then numbers. And I used the numbers on the date up here to make the 2011. And then I used the large size month stamps to stamp on here on all the tabs what the months are. And I used the black soot distress ink to do that. If I were to do this again, I would probably emboss the months on there just so that you can see them a little better. And then I put a Recollections pearl under the curve of each month. So that's that. Oh, and I did put 2 Velcro dots on the back since I had a bigger tag. And I used the clear ones. And then this Velcro's in right here. Okay. The frame that I used came with the paper collection on the punch outs. And I still have 2 frames left. And then there was a big frame and then little frames. And then it just worked perfectly because I went to the store right after seeing the video, and I only have Walmart in my town to get supplies from, and I looked high and low to find one of those little picture frames that Bona used on her calendar to frame the month, and I just couldn't find it. So I did use this frame from the paper collection, and it worked fabulously. I really like how it turned out. And then this fairy right here was actually the insert of the frame. So I punched out that and then also used it on the page as well. And then these were punch outs from the collection as well. I'm really proud of how it turned out because I used some elements that I had never used before. I really challenged myself on that. And some of the elements I had never used before are the Recollections bling. I was pretty nervous about this. And that's really silly because it really wasn't that hard, so I don't know why I was so nervous about it. But I was. So I used the Recollections bling, and all the bling on here came from that one package, so that was pretty cool and cost effective, I thought. I also used the string beads from Recollection, not beads, but pearls from Recollections too. I'd never used those before, and those I thought just made the page extra special. All of the tags and punch outs came from the paper collection. So all paper related things came from the collection, which was awesome. Something else that I used that I had not used before were these Recollections flowers. So I was really proud of myself that I used some of those. And then one other thing that I had not used before was the diamond dust. And I used the diamond dust around this border. And then I also dipped these flowers in it as well. And I thought those turned out super cute. I don't know why I get nervous about using stuff, but I do. And then something else that I used that I've had but just never knew what to do, I guess, was the iridescent medium. This stuff's really neat. And I used it on this flower up here and also on these flowers over here and this flower too. And I think the last thing I have to tell you about is my ink. I used all Tim Holtz Distress inks, and I used primarily Victorian Velvet. This I inked everything with, pretty much. All of the edges on everything are inked with that. This is inked with that. All the pockets are inked with it. The outside of the calendar is inked with that. And so this ink right here, Victorian Velvet, matches the paper collection beautifully. I also used some Tattered Rose ink and some Bundled Sage ink. That's what this flower is colored with. And then I used some Forest Moss, and that's just to, like, I used it on this little piece of paper right here, and I used it on the leaves on the flowers, just to give some more contrast. And so this is my calendar. Oh, and the last thing is I put some ribbon on it with some eyelets to hang it on a wall. So this is my calendar, and this is how it turned out. And thank you for watching, and have a very Merry Christmas. Bye!